You almost ready?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Kenta, you're here.
Yes.
Yes, we are going to make a party treat. What do you think about that?
Oh, that's wonderful. I have a Christmas party I want to go to, and I need to bring an hors d'oeuvre.
Oh, hors d'oeuvres would be great. Now, did you want something savory or something sweet?
Both.
Well, I think today we'll make something savory.
Okay.
All right. So
Don't give me a choice if you know what I'm going to make.
Well, I thought that you might follow along with the script, but that's okay.
This is all improv.
Oh, I get it. Okay, well, today we are going to make a cheesy bacon treat. How about that?
Oh, wonderful.
Yep.
Deliciously cheesy.
Yep, these treats are...
So are the jokes, folks.
Our jokes are very cheesy. These treats are super simple. They have a real nice salty, cheesy bite. They're wrapped in bacon, they're crispy, and they are good either hot or at room temperature.
Ooh, which one will I have?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Our first ingredient is...
Cheese.
Cheese. We're going to use grated Parmesan cheese. Now, depending on how many appetizers you want to make, or hors d'oeuvres you want to make, depends on how much cheese you're going to use. It's probably about a half cup to a cup that we would use for this recipe. But
You say it's grated.
yes.
Would shredded work?
The crackers that we're going to put this on are very small, so grated cheese works a lot better. It's much easier to deal with. So I would use grated...
So whole slabs of cheese wouldn't work then?
No, those would melt away. So we definitely want the grated Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
Our next ingredient is...
Meat!
Meat! Yes, bacon to be specific. We are going to use 1 16-ounce package of regular sliced bacon. You don't want to use the thick slice for this because we want it to crisp up in the oven. So
Crispy bacon!
Yep, it's going to be a nice crisp... Yeah, that's what I think. And it smells delicious when you make it. So we are going to use 1 16-ounce package of regular sliced bacon.
Ooh.
Our final ingredient is...
Crackers!
Crackers. We are going to use these Keebler club crackers, and these come in little sleeves. We're going to use almost a whole sleeve of these...
I'm not wearing sleeves.
Oh, that's a good joke. I recall I wrote
Is it
that.
really?
Yes, in my play.
Okay. Well.
And if you haven't seen my play, I shall put a link to my play called Pineapple Girl, and you can listen to that joke a second time.
That was an unintentional plug, folks.
I think it was pretty intentional.
Well,
Anyway,
I wasn't intending it.
we're going to use 1 sleeve of these club crackers. These are very much like saltines, but they're a little bit smaller. They're a little bit more buttery, and they'll hold up a little bit better than a saltine cracker.
Yes, you want your crackers to hold up
Yes,
to the bacon
absolutely.
and cheese.
Let's see how to make them.
Okay.
The first thing we're going to do is just cut the bacon in half, right down the middle here. This makes it easier to wrap around the crackers, and you only need 1/2 of each strip to go around each cracker. Now I have a baking rack on top of a foil-lined baking sheet. You're going to want to use some foil on this because you'll get a lot of drippings from the bacon, and it'll make cleanup a lot easier. And you definitely don't want to do this without a baking rack on top of the sheet because the bacon is going to lose a lot of its fat, and if it's sitting in its own fat, it's not going to dry out and become nice and crispy like you want all the way around. We're going to take our club crackers, and we are just going to line them up on the baking sheet. With these all lined up, we are now going to take our grated Parmesan cheese, and we're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon to each cracker. And you're going to want to get that right in the middle of each cracker. You will have a little bit of spillage underneath, and the foil underneath will help to make sure that it doesn't ruin your baking sheet too much. Now for each cracker, we are going to take the cracker and wrap it very carefully with the bacon. I'm sticking a toothpick into each piece of bacon just because this bacon is a little bit thicker, and so it may not wrap as fully around, and I want to make sure that I encapsulate that Parmesan cheese completely, and if it opens up, then it's not going to hold tight. So you may need to use some toothpicks. You may not, depending on how thick your bacon is cut. These are all covered, so now I'm going to put this into a 250 degree Fahrenheit oven for 2 to 2.5 hours. Basically, we want all of the fat on this to render down. We want these to turn crispy. If they don't get crisp enough after about 2 hours to 2.5 hours, then you can turn on the broiler and crisp them up, but really watch them hard because there is still some cracker out there and that might discolor. So just keep an eye on it, but it should happen all by itself in 250 degrees for a couple of hours. What do you think, Kat?
Yeah, it's nice and bacony.
These are nice and very bacony, very cheesy, and they've got a great crunch to them as well. Like I said at the beginning of this video, these are good either hot, directly out of the oven, or you can serve these at room temperature. They freeze really nicely, and you can freeze them for about a week. Just toss them into a plastic bag, and then you can defrost them or throw them into the oven to serve the day that you have your party, like the party that you're going to.
Yes.
So, Kat, do you think that you're going to want to take these directly to the party?
I don't think they'll make it there.
Oh, you don't think so? Do you want another one?
No, yeah. Don't wait for me.
Well, it looks like we have to make another whole plate of those treats. You just finished those off.
Oh, darn.
Yep. Amazing how many times that happens. Thank you so much for joining us. What can people do if they like this video?
Share it with your friends.
Definitely. Sharing this video or any of our videos really, really helps us.
And comment down below.
Commenting down below is very helpful.
Make suggestions about recipes that we could have for our parties.
Yes, definitely. Especially with the holiday season coming up. If you want to see us try to make the recipe out of 3 ingredients, that would be terrific. And you can also subscribe to keep up with all of our videos.
Yes, they seem to be multiplying.
What does?
All the videos.
Yeah, oh gosh, we have lots of them. We have over 60 of these 3 ingredient recipes, so subscribe and keep up with the ones coming up, and go back and look at all the ones from the past.
Yes.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, thanks very much, Kat. Oh, hi, Rupert.
I don't understand why I couldn't be in this video.
Oh, well, you can be in next week.
Hi!
Don't tell them.